Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Should be live now. Let me just make sure the audio is good. Yeah, we're just seeing it all good. Let me just transition into that. Should be able to see the charts now. Make sure you can. Yeah, sweet. Yo, how you doing, man? How you doing, Joy boy? Hope you're well. We do like just a tape reading session. Don't know how long it's going to be for. See if the market just moves nicely, or if it goes choppy, then it'll be a bit of a shorter stream. We shall see. There's news at 3 p.m, which is 10 a.m. New York time. I think it's at PMI, Price Manufacturing Index. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens there as well. I'll wait for just to see if anyone else wants to join, then I'll start. I'll go through yesterday's FOMC as well. Yesterday's silver bullet as well, and then yeah, see if anyone else wants to join quickly. Hope you're good though. NFP tomorrow, so Wednesday AM session was supposed to be the last trading day, but because of FOMC, Tuesday was the last trading day for me for this week. Still bearish on euro. We had a closure which was nice below this BISI here, which is an inversion fair value gap. So yeah, if we're looking at it from high to the low here, this is a buy side of the curve. So we're looking at the buy side of the curve here. You can just use the PD arrays to act as resistance. So like I said yesterday, there's a fair value gap here. If you draw that across, acts as resistance for an inversion fair value gap. This order block here as well, this could act as now a bearish order block. So the price is rejecting that. And now we're down to this BISI here. That's why I want that to act as an inversion fair value gap. So it was bouncing here, pulled away, pulled lower, and acting as resistance here. And now finally we have that close below. So hopefully it potentially wants to retest this and continue lower towards this sell side down here. If we take a look at dollar, similar thing. So sell side of the curve here. It's tapped into this weekly BISI, pulled up higher. It's broken above this CB, acts as an inversion fair value gap. If you take a look at the midpoint, which is the consequent encouragement, it's bouncing nicely off that. And we have had that closure here, but it's still been going sideways. But I still feel that price wants to run this buy side here, potentially just waiting for NFP. But yeah, we go on the euro here on the shorter time frame. It's similar. So think of this is the daily time frame. Even though it is the 5 minute, you can do the exact same thing on any single time frame. So if we're thinking this is going to be the higher time frame, so this is like euro on the higher time frame. I drew this across here yesterday's stream. It was on the 1 minute, but let me just go back here. It was on the 1 minute time frame. Let me delete this quickly. And I saw that this BISI here, price respected it here. So it bounced. It bounced off it, so it pulled away, bounced, and once it breaks below, I want this to act as resistance now. So I want this to become an inversion fair value gap. So this is going to be similar on the higher time frame. So if it becomes an inversion fair value gap, then I'll be more confident for it to be trading down towards the sell side. So if we look at what price actually does here, if I draw that across and you get the midpoint, it starts acting as an inversion fair value gap before trading lower, taking out that sell side here, and then finally there was FOMC as well. But yeah, as you can see, this is quite a vital area where price is respecting. And even if you go on the 5 minute and you draw from this one here on the 5, FOMC comes out here, there. So FOMC comes out, it runs back into this inversion fair value gap, takes out these equal highs. So with FOMC, usually there's manipulation on the first run, and then the second run is the real move. So this is equal highs here. People have shorted from here, gone lower on the news. Prices reversed it to take them out. So people have bought down here, tapped into this inversion fair value gap, and now the real move is the short. So that was on the news, runs higher. People will think this is the move here, but this is just manipulation to take people out who shorted. And now the real move is to take people out who went long here. And then there's low here and a low here which has been taken, and it continues lower as well. Let me just come out of that to show you. And it continues lower. If we look on the 1 hour, it has left the equal lows here, potentially waiting for news either tomorrow or today, which is at 3 PM. So people think this is support here, buying it back up. Where does it want to go to? Let's have a look at the 15. Well, there's buy side here. This is an imbalance here, so fair value gap. So let's see how it respects this here. So buy side, people have shorted, they've moved their stops from here. It's pulled back up, taking them out. Maybe people think this is support, and then maybe news would want to take them out. Yo, well, Mr. How you doing, man? For oil, oh yeah, I'll check it out. How you doing, bro? CPO, hope you're good, man. But yeah, let's look on the 5. Still this inefficiency here. If we draw this across and get the midpoint of it, let's see how it respects this. So let's see how it respects the midpoint. Potentially that would like to get left open for breakaway gap. Let me just delete all this now. But yeah, we shall see. Dollar trading at the weekly opening gap for this week's. So let's see if it bounces. If it bounces, then euro trade lower. If it breaks below, and then we do have this daily opening gap here, but potentially want to get back to the weekly opening gap. But yeah, we shall see. Let me have a look. I haven't actually had a look at London session, but there is low, high, low, low, high, high. This one here is this closed higher than this candle here, so this would draw that out as a bullish breaker. So bullish breaker. Look how price is expecting the midpoint of that fair value gap there. So if anyone wanted to go long there, so fair value gap, bullish breaker, this down close candle here, that's a propulsion block, so order block, there's order block here on top of order block. Draw that across. Just wanted to reach a little bit lower to this order block before running higher. You can target that high there, or these highs here, for just like a nice trade if you wanted to get in there. But obviously ICT says you shouldn't trade on the NFP week. Your last trading day should be Wednesday. But still, it's decent price action for euro to go long there. But yeah, still with these equal lows. Let me actually have a look. That down close candle here, if you actually look up here, it tells you the exact low, high, close, and open of the candles. The low is 7851. 7851, and the low of that candle is 78. The low is 7827. So I guess it has left not exactly equal lows, but it's pretty equal. Seven, 8, 5, 1. Yeah. I don't know how that works, but I didn't trade it. I explained just a trade just now. There's just a long, if you wanted to go long here, 3 AM to 4 AM is a London silver bullet. So 3 AM is here, 4 AM there, anywhere between these times. There's a fair value gap here, fair value gap there, but for me, low, high, low, low, high, high, breaker, fair value gap. That's nice. You have to allow it a little bit to get into that fair value gap, that order block. So how do you start learning silver bullet? I would say just watch ICT. I think he has a few videos on that. Also, just do tape reading every single day, or as much as you can within the sessions, and make sure you like journal them down. So this one here, so for this one, it was a low, high, low, low, high, high breaker in between a order block and a fair value gap, running for buy side. But I'll just make sure that on the higher time frame for me, I want to be going with that bias, so I wouldn't have looked for going long here. I'll just be looking for shorts because I'm just short overall on the euro for now. So yeah, just take read. Make sure you just journal everything down, even like a record. Just say, if you see that here between these times, just be like, oh, I think that price wants to reach up here to this buy side liquidity here, or this liquidity here. And then just mark what happened, where did the price go and stuff like that, where did it react at what time, and then you'll start getting used to where the draws of liquidity are going to be. That's the first thing you want to do, is just learn where the market wants to draw to. Yeah, that's the main thing I'd say. Yeah, I would definitely do, should switch. No, I'll go for the 2023 next. Watch the 2023 content as well. 2022 is different to silver bullet. That's just like that's just the model. But silver bullet is different to 2022 mentorship. But also ICT is going to be sending out his trades that he does in the Robbins Cup. So I think he's just doing silver bullet. So once he sends out the trades, the trades he took, you can also just take notes of that as well. But if I'm looking at price here and I'm bearish, then prices, if we take from this high to the low and find premium discount, price hasn't traded into a premium yet. Look on the 5 minute, that is a premium array. There's buy side here. So price potentially could be trading a little bit higher. But yeah, check oil. Have a look, bro. Is it today's? On the one, I'm assuming. I mean, there's a fair value out there for the silver bullet, if that's what you're on about. Yeah, I mean, there's a fair value up there, which is nice. But yeah, another fair value up there to run. I used to trade oil, but I haven't looked at oil in a long time. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, I haven't traded oil for a long time. Previous day low swept, nice. I mean, if you look at it sort of like this, it's say low, high, low, low, high, high. So this candle here could be a breaker inside the fair value gap as well. So there's a silver bullet between 7 AM and 8 AM as well. Fair value gap, that's 7:59, so perfect time. As soon as it hits 8 o'clock, it runs up higher. So low, high, low, low, high, high, breaker, fair value gap. Target that high here, draw that cross. Pretty fast run into that buy side. Now it's just going sideways there, so yeah, 100% silver bullet and just one pair can make you profitable. It's all about risk management. It's literally all about risk. So if you have like silver bullet and even if someone has silver bullet and don't know how to risk properly, then they won't be profitable. And then if you flip a coin, and as long as you've got risk management, you can be profitable by that as well. So it's 9 AM now. So these relative equal highs have been taken here. Let's left these equal lows down here. Actually, yeah, the lower the candle is 800. So yeah, that is equal lows exactly. So it has left equal lows. What's the average R and EU of silver bullet? Well, with silver bullet, you have to make sure that the draw liquidity is 15 pips, at least 15 pips range. It can be longer, but if it's 15 pips, doesn't mean that your target has to be 15 pips. It can be like 5 pips, 7 pips, 8 pips, 10 pips or so. You have to make sure that's higher than 15 pips that the range wants to be. So if, say silver bullet was down here, you have to make sure that the draw liquidity is more than 15 pips. So that's obviously 40 pips. But if it was like from here to here, that's like, let's say it's like 10 pips or something, then the probability of that happening is just lower. And then yeah, just have to make sure that you know where to put your stop loss. And then yeah, you would have some nice silver bullet trades. There was one yesterday. Here. So around 15-minute buy side. Pulled a little bit lower here, so sellers got caught. Buyers ran them out. So people who sold this here are not going to try and get back in again. Dropped lower, So high, low, high, high, low, low, breaker, fair value gap between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. So I would short that breaker here, which lines up with this fair value gap. Stops, I'd probably just put it just above there. And then target, first target was down here. So that's 4.8. Or I'd even target the lowest fruit, which is that here. If you just target that, that's 2.8. So, or basically 3 to 1, which is nice. You could be done for the week really with that. Draw it down there a little bit lower, which is basically 5 to 1. And then you know you're on side, because as soon as it does tap into that entry there, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, and then it just drops lower, you're straight in profit. Rejects nicely off this fair value gap again, pulls even lower, you immediately know you're on side here. So yeah. Even you can be profitable if you go for 1-to-1 RR. Alright, so look on the one, let's see what price is doing. So price is taking out this buy side here, but if we draw from this high to the low, it wasn't in the premium yet, so it's still trading up higher. This is a premium array here, there's buy side above here. Let's see if it wants to keep trading a little bit higher back into a premium or not. Also look at dollar. Dollar is bouncing off this weekly opening gap, which is nice. So if it does bounce, there's this highs here, buy side, which means euro will go low. We'll be heading lower. Yeah, just watch ICT. I'm not sure how many videos he has out of it on it. But there's like a main one, and then there's also some examples that he does of silver bullets. But I'll say just the main thing is have higher time frame bias and go with that. So if your higher time frame's bullish on euro, then your silver bullet should be looking for buy side runs, and then obviously opposite if you're bearish. And then yeah, that's literally it. Just make sure you keep your risk in place, and you should be all right. But he does examples. Let me see if I've got it on my phone quickly. So yeah, so the silver bullet, it could be a run on previous day high or low, previous session high or low, previous week high or low. It could be a return back to the current or old weekly opening gap. It could be expansion away from the weekly opening gap. A classic ICT optimal trade entry, or it could be also a confluence of the 2022. So anything like that, you like yesterday's, that's basically like a 2022 model, or breaker, and lines up with the silver bullet. That could literally be lines up with the fair value gap, which is a silver bullet, and that was a nice one yesterday. What about dollar on the 15? Let's have a look. So it's still left these highs intact here, so relatively equal highs. There's a little bit of sell side down here. It has ran to this daily opening gap on Monday, tapped into it, and it looks like it's reversing off. There is news in 55 minutes. I'm not sure how strong that can be. It may want to take this low out first before running higher, potentially. So I'll definitely wait for news. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll keep streaming until the news, and we can watch it together. But yeah. We'll see how the news manipulates price first. But yeah, the best thing as well, if you look at it like the sell side of the curve and the buy side of the curve. So buy side of the curve here, there. So this is buy side of the curve and then sell side of the curve. So you can use these as PD arrays, like I was explaining just a minute ago. So yeah, BISI here. If you draw that across, look how price respects it. Literally the consequent encouragement there, pulled lower. Order block here. Order block. So this is bullish order block. Look at the mean threshold here. Mean threshold. Mean threshold. The bodies aren't closing above that. Look at that. Beautiful. High, low, high, high, lower, low. This is a breaker. This is just a low probability, but draw that across. Taps into the breaker before going lower. Doesn't actually take it out just yet. Take out the low. But yeah, you can use like the buy side of the curve against the sell side of the curve to take out that low here, which is just could be your target. So that's the pretty sure it's the ICT market maker buy model and sell model. He does he did a recent live stream about that as well. He explains it. I'm pretty sure it's one of his latest 2 live streams. But yeah, have you guys traded this week? Or have you just been demo trading or just tape reading? Let me know. Or what pairs do you guys trade? And if you want me to look at anything else, I will. But yeah, main thing is as well, just keep the weekly opening gaps. These are key. And daily opening gaps. Even though it does look a bit messy here. And sometimes they do overlap. But it is key. Yeah, it's all ICT. Yeah, all ICT teaches is crazy. No, we're just watching price. See what price is going to do. There's news coming out in 50 minutes as well, so. For me, I still think price may just want to keep running a little bit higher. Back into a premium here. Premium, look at the 5. A little bit of that fair value gap here, potentially. But we'll see. Order block here. Yo, how you doing, man? How was the first day of school? week been, I haven't taken a trade this week, unfortunately. There was one on Tuesday I was looking for, and I just didn't get in because it was after 3 p.m, even though it did run to the sell side. It ran to my target, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's a macro out, yeah, every 10 minutes of the hour and 10 past the hour. Have a look at the one. Low, high, low, low, high, high on this 5 minute break, order block, sorry. But yeah, if I'm bearish on euro, then every single run higher is just manipulation to run into a premium PDRA. So buy side here, this is an imbalance here, so price may want to just run back into this as well, and then I'll just look for a short setup to go to take out sell side, and that's literally what it should be. So same thing, if I was bullish on euro on the higher time frame, then I'll just be waiting for all this short to go down back into a discount, then just look for a setup on like a 1 or a 5 and enter, and then that's it. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out, but that's what you should literally just follow your model like that. If you get stopped out 3 or 4 times, then you may have got the bias wrong. Take a look at dollar. Dollar coming back to the weekly open gap. Another thing as well for the weekly opening gaps, if price keeps returning back to it, then it's just going sideways, consolidating, like ranging. But if price leaves it, then it'd be trending. So straight away at the start of the week, where is it? Here, it just keeps returning back to it, and then here runs away, comes back to it here, return back to it multiple times. So it's still sort of ranging, and then there going down lower, but then ends up returning back to it here, FOMC. So it's constantly just returning back to it as well. So it's ranging, and if you look on the daily time frame, you can sort of see it is ranging here still. So definitely, it is harder to trade when it's like ranging like this, and it's easier to get to lose an account, or just to go and draw down and lose your head whilst trading like this. I mean, if you take a look at cable, look at that. If you trade cable since this year, or last year in December, it's just been going sideways. So it's crazy. If you have a look at it here, if you're thinking, you have to sort of think, when it comes to these sorts of movements, the market runs to fill imbalances. So if you find it here, look at this price here. Let me just make it that color. So price has been going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down here. So this is balanced. This is a balanced price range from this, let's say from this high here to that low. Is a balanced price range. So this is all balanced here. So once price leaves it, there's no reason for price to want to come back up to here, because it's already balanced. So this whole range here is balanced. So once it leaves it, it wants to run down lower. And where does it want to go to? Somewhere which isn't balanced, sorry. So if we draw that across, price balanced is here. That's why price is ranging again, because it needs a lot more energy to break around that balanced price range. So that's why you can sort of tell when price is going to be choppy or not as well. No, news definitely affects oil. But I'd say there's oil news on Wednesday. Every Wednesday there's oil barrels come out or something like that. But yeah, no, oil does probably not as much as other pairs or anything like that. But yeah, no. When did ICT trade oil? Was it the other day? I mean, ICT, he does say he did not trade on like FOMC and stuff like that, and he does it just because it's him, innit? He is him. But yeah, he does say you shouldn't trade. Just take read. But yeah, I'm not. I haven't traded much oil, and so I can't really say why news hasn't affected it or not. Let's take a look at gold. Gold sometimes mostly gets affected by news. FOMC here. Same thing. Take a look. FOMC here drops lower. This is the manipulation to take people who went short, and then it drops lower, takes out people who's gone long from this area here. So people who put their stops here and here, went all long here, has just been punished. Then move that out. Yeah, it has sort of been chopping around at the minute. It could be just waiting for news. But yeah. Nice, yeah. I mean, yeah, I like Nasdaq, and but yeah, I've never really traded oil. Like I used to trade it, but that's when I didn't know ICT concepts. So I haven't really looked at it since then. I traded it like 4 years ago or something. So you can see how dollar is respecting this weekly opening gap for now. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. So this, look at the 4, I think it is. There's a nice volume imbalance here. FOMC ran nicely to that. Where's FOMC? There. So again, same thing, drops lower, runs higher, takes out buy side here. So people have gone short, and then the real move to go lower. Yeah, definitely Forex has been choppy. Forex has been very choppy, even the start of this year. So yeah. Dollar make fair value gap should respect it. What time frame? On the 5. Well, if you look again on 15, there's this low here. So people have gone long. They've left equal highs or relative equal highs, and it's trading lower. So people have gone long here. Their stop's going to be down here. There is news coming out in 38 minutes. it may want to just take them out before running up higher to take people who should short it out here. So right now I can't really see where price wants to go, in my opinion. Like now, it could either go down here or it could start trading up higher. So you just got to be patient. Should be like trying to see where the market wants to show its hand. But for now, I'd just say wants to run lower, just back more into a discount as well. So if you draw from low to the high, even back into here, look on the 5. So back down to a discount. Price hasn't respected this. Oh, it has actually. Has it? Yeah, it has tapped into the bullish breaker. So these 3 candles here, because it made a low, high, low, low. So manipulation, high, high. If you draw from the low to the high, get the targets. So the standard deviation of 1 to the right. So from this is A, B, this is time distortion, which is manipulation, and then taps into that. That could be your target here. So entry, target 1, target 2. If you get negative 1.5, that could be another target as well. No, definitely not today, bro. It's NFP this week, so. NFP tomorrow. So, I mean, if ICT says you shouldn't be trading it, and I end up trading it, and then I'll take a loss, it would just annoy me even more. It just gives yourself a couple of days to just even relax, not have to stress about trying to get a trade in and stuff like that. What pair is that on? Euro? The 15-minute 9 o'clock inversion fair value gap. Yeah, no, inversion fair value gaps. So it's literally, if you have a, let me see if I can find one. So here, price respects this inversion fair value gap. Here, we draw that across. I'd like to make it orange. It taps into it there. Once it breaks above, you want to see it act as support here, which gives you just more confidence for it to trade higher. It's good to have a look at like the buy side and sell side of the curve again, like I was saying. So this could be the sell side of the curve. We look at the 1. Actually, it might not even fit on the screen on the 1 minute. Let's go another 3. So here, so this is the sell side of the curve, and then printed that low buy side of the curve. Let's just say it's here. So buy side's here. So for an inversion fair value gap, or any PD array can be used opposite. So a bullish breaker can then be used as a bearish breaker. Bullish order block can be used as a bearish order block. But if you look here, price reacts nicely to this, and then it pulls lower. So when I want to see price break above, I want to see it act as an inversion fair value gap. So it breaks like there. Once it breaks above, it acts as support. So it's sort of like a rock climber trying to climb to this top of the mountain sort of thing. Now ICT explained it. So yeah, once I see that, adds support, makes me even more confident for it to be wanted to trade higher. If that makes sense. Yeah, I chose that one because it respected it nicely here. So I saw that respect nicely, pulled away, and once it broke above, you can sort of see. So ones that get respected nicely. So even if you want to look at the higher time frame, where is it? Even so here, this one here, once it breaks above, and then breaks above, taps it into it, breaks away. Once this breaks below, I'll then want that to act as an inversion fair value gap, and then I'll be even more confident or happy for it to even trade down here, down here, down here. So it comes to, I guess, just having experience as well. Just having experience with the fair value gaps and inversion fair value gaps. But yeah, you just want to see it like tap into it, run away, break below, tap back into it, and act as resistance sort of thing. That's what makes a nice one. And also you could say at a certain time. So with NASDAQ, it opens at 9:30. So we're watching it in a minute now. 9:30, the first fair value gap that gets created, draw that across, and that acts as a key fair value gap for that day. So in 1 minute, the first fair value gap that gets created can act as a key for that session. Let's have a look at the regular trading hours. So that was the close here. So that's gapped up. Around that sell side already. So this is where it closed, and this is where it's opened here. So this is the gap, so it's gapped up. Sometimes wants to fill that gap. You get the quadrants as well. So if you actually look on regular trading hours, that's the gap, it's gapped up. Buy side here. Bearish order block, fair value gap. What do I think about USD? I'll have a look in a sec, bro. We have already done Euro, but we'll put back in 1 minute. Let me just see how NASDAQ reacts to this. To the 9:30 open. You can use regular trading hours for like session lows and stuff like that. And then also you can see the gap. So there's buy side there, sell side here. Price may want to take this buy side out, and then run lower to fill this gap here. But yeah, I'm not too like knowledgeable on that, to be fair, so I don't really want to say too much, just to say just if it is the wrong information. But yeah, ICT does explain it quite a bit on his YouTube. So I don't want to say something that is misinformation and give you guys the wrong idea. But yeah. For regular trade hours, electronic trade hours. But you can use it for like, you can see like the lows and stuff like that. And you can target like liquidity. Euro. So Euro, like I was saying, it's run buy side here. There's news coming out in half an hour. But if you draw from high to low, it still isn't in a premium. I'm bearish on Euro anyway. It's left equal lows. So does it want to potentially run back into a premium array? If you look on the 5, there's a premium array here. Let's have a look at the 1. Yeah, still the same premium array. There's a premium array here, but it lines up still below. So I'll just do the one above, really. But yeah. $27 minutes till news. That's just been choppy. Sorry about that. Has just been chopping around. Take a look at NASDAQ again. No fair value gap yet. Take a look at S&P. There's a fair value gap here for the S&P 930. So this one here, this could be the key one. Equal highs here. And the buy side up here. Took out the sell side. But where's the gap? So it closed here and opened here. So it may want to run, take out buy side before then running lower to fill this gap. And then if it does, if it runs, breaks below here, then I want to see this act as an inversion fair value gap. And then for it to run, trade lower than the sell side down here. But they say, or ICT says 9:30 to 10 AM is amateur hours. So it's where a lot of like people just go straight in, 9:30 open, and put loads of trades on. So just wait for until 10 AM. And then you can see where people's stops are and stuff like that, and you can target them. A little volume imbalance here. I don't know. Let's see if price starts like trading nicely, then it'll go a bit longer. But if it keeps chopping around, then there's not much really to watch with price. But yeah, definitely I'll wait for the news as well to come out. But yeah, definitely been choppy. Choppy this whole month really. Like yesterday was nice price action, but still it just returns back into like its range sort of thing. Hopefully NFP tomorrow actually moves the market a lot. But I think this month definitely a lot of traders have lost a lot of money just trying to force trades. So if you've made profit or you break even, then you've done really well this month. It's made a low, a high, lower low, higher high. This one here closed a little bit higher than that one, so I'll just use this one here. See if it respects this or not. Potentially. I mean, there's news coming out. There is a PMI. It might even move the market. It might not. But we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, drill from high to low. If I'm short on euro, so I'll just be waiting patiently just for it to trade above here to try and get back into a premium. Then I'll be looking for shorts. Look from the daily. Potentially wants to trade back above, maybe even to the 25% level or the 75% level if we draw this. So let's copy this. Paste it. So here, 25% level here, may want to run and tap back into this, and then the 75% level, sorry, run back into the SIBI, 75% level, have like a fair value gap, and then it'd be a nice short, something like that. But yeah, 20 minutes till the news to see what the Nasdaq's saying. Or S&P. This one here is the first fair value gap, but it's still a little bit choppy around here. So I wouldn't say this is like a key fair value gap for me. Dollars respecting this breaker here for now. People have gone short here, so they may want to just target this high there. But yeah, what days like this, definitely, because or you have to just know sort of like days like this, literally from 7 a.m. it's just been going sideways. You don't want to be trying to trade and then just getting stuck in this choppiness. Potentially people are just waiting for NFP as well, so hence why you don't really want to trade the day before. Nasdaq still going sideways. So it's a good thing that to sit out and just watch price, because people are just trying to force trades, they're going to be stuck into this. So buy side above here, see what's to run. Just remove that. This is a propulsion block here. So I don't want to see the mean threshold get closed below this now. So this dotted line is the midpoint, mean threshold. I don't want to see price close below that. If it closes below it, then it potentially just means that it's just going to fall back and just keep ranging. But if it bounces off this, then we could be running this buy side. See the S&P. Revert back to that fair value gap here, this BISI. I don't really like the fact that it's quite that big. But yeah, it still has reverted back to that. And Nasdaq hasn't even made a fair value gap. It made that one there, but just because it's in that choppy price range, I didn't think that's going to be a key area. "15 minutes till the news." I'll probably just stream a little bit after the news, that's it. Because I don't want you guys to get bored. But yeah, cheers for tuning in though, guys. I really appreciate it. I enjoy it as well. But yeah, days like this is when you just need to know to step away from the market, close the charts, because one, it'd just be a little bit harder, two, it'd be choppy, and you don't want to risk your account, don't want to risk the mental capital and stuff like that. That's right, bro. I enjoy it as well. It's good. So let's see if it closes below this mean threshold, and if it does, then it just indicates to me that price isn't as bullish, and it doesn't really want to get up. It doesn't really want to get up above there. But at the minute, it still hasn't closed below it. That's right, bro. Alright, cheers for tuning in. It's still above the mean threshold. So this dotted line here is the mean threshold. Let's see if it closes below or not. Not yet. But I also do want to see it start trading away from it now. Because if it starts trading like this, then it is also just an indication that price doesn't go back above there. So in the next one or two, I want to just see like a big green candle run up. Those are the things you want to be anticipating. If not, then it could be an indicator that price doesn't want to go up there. You can either close half position, even close a trade, move stocks to above break even, stuff like that. But price has broke below, tapped into the consequent encouragement here. Let's see if it close below the weekly opening gap below. Then we can see potentially it wants to run to the sell side down here. And that has closed below the mean threshold, so just an indication that it's just price is not bullish. It could reverse now. So if I was long, let's just say from like here or something, I'll just close the trade. Nasdaq still hasn't made a fair value gap here, just been really choppy since open. Tapping back into the gap, the opening range gap. So yeah, again, my bias is still bearish on Euro on the higher time frame, but I want to wait for price to be trading a little bit higher back into a premium. Maybe even take out this buy side, or there's a 5-minute premium SIBI that price wants to maybe go to. But yeah, that's what I'll be looking at. I'd say the main thing is, well, just try and think of where people's stops would be and stuff like that. And that's where the market would target. So if you was, say, short from down here, would you be comfortable in having your stop just above there? Or would you be like getting worried that price is going to go and take you out? No, so overall higher time frame I'm still bearish, but I would like to see maybe manipulation for upside. So hopefully news potentially runs it up higher. Then I see a breaker, like a breaker structure, fair value gap to short to go downside. That's what I'll be looking for news. So potentially news manipulates, shoots up higher. People think it's going to go higher, back into that PD array. And then structure shift quickly and shoots down, takes out all these sell side to take people out who's gone long. Something like that, that's what I'll be anticipating. But yeah, we'll see what the news comes out, and then I'll probably just end the stream, guys. I may stream tomorrow as well, NFP. I'll let you know in the group, in the Discord. But it is 7 minutes till until news. But yeah, if you guys aren't in the Discord, let me get the link and I'll send in the chat so you guys know when I'm next streaming. Yeah, feel free to follow if you guys aren't in Discord. Yeah, it's mad. You just have to think, like, people have shorted from here. Would you be comfortable in, like, when prices trade up here, especially in this breaker, would you be comfortable having your stop set or not? Especially a price, if you just draw from high to low, it's still not in a discount. A premium, sorry. Still not in a premium. So trying to short in a discount is just lower probability. And there's news as well, so people try and catch the top here, runs it higher. Now people trying to short it are scared, they won't get back in. And then it may run towards the downside without them now. But yeah, we just watch the news and then I end the stream, guys. I need to grab some food. I have not eaten today. And I went to the gym as well. But yeah, let's see. That's alright, bro. I'm glad you enjoy the sessions. But yeah, I'll be real, like, with the regular training hours and stuff like that. If I don't really know something, and then I don't want to give misinformation out, so I'll just say if someone asks me a question I actually don't know, and I won't make up the answer. I'd actually just tell you that I don't know. But the things that I do know, like the breakers and stuff like that, dual liquidity, and then I will tell you guys. And then sometimes as well, sometimes I can't see where the dual liquidity is, and if I can't see that, then it doesn't matter. I'll just have to sit with the market. There's a great quote. Let me see if I can find it again. It's my favorite quote from ICT. 1 second. If I can find it. It says, so the first rule of engagement: know your draw on liquidity, where price is most likely to reach. Where price is most likely reaching to in price. If you can't determine this with a great deal of conviction, it is not high probability and stillness is ideal. Enjoy peace of mind while we wait. So that quote from ICT is just, that's my favourite one. If you're not one-sided on the market, then don't even try to trade. And there'll be another trading day which would be perfect for your setup, and yeah, just another day. So many times before I'll trade in like difficult market conditions, and then the next day or like a week after there'd be like the perfect setup, and I'll be like, why didn't I just wait for that? And then if you just add it all up in the long run with those little losses, it does add up. If you take those stupid silly trades, it would add up. One-sided, so you can just only see one side. So here, so for now, let me try and do an example. So one-sided just means you can only see like one side where price wants to run to. So even if it was like there was buy side here, there was still sell side down here, sort of thing. Like it's sort of ranging. So, but yesterday, where is it? Yesterday here. So like here, runs lower. There's sell side down here. Once price reacts off there, or even up here, this is sort of like showing you that price wants to just run down here. It doesn't want to run back up here because it's already ran buy side. These equal highs here. So it already ran buy side here. And then high, low, high, high, low, low, breaker, fair value gap. Just makes it one-sided to go down to the sell side. But if you can see where price potentially wants to bounce, run up buy side, or wants to bounce, go sell side, that's when it's just like less the low probability. If that makes sense. You sort of just have like an inclination as well. Like you can sort of see where price wants to run to. And yeah, it just makes it more one-sided. You sort of see quite clearly that price wants to run there. Then that's one-sided. Yeah, 15 seconds till news, so let's see what happens here. Buy side's been taken already. People have shorted this. Does it want to run lower now, or does it want to run back into the premium array? So taking sell side here. Let it settle for like a couple of minutes. On the higher time frame, I used daily bias. So let me quickly go. So on the higher time frame, like I said here, so price on the weekly. So I've been trading up all of October here. It runs, take out buy side. It runs into this CB. And then also on the monthly time frame, this candle wick here, you get the midpoint. It runs to basically the consequent encouragement of that. It then runs lower, reacts off this CB, trades below the CB, takes a low here, trades at the CB here. So now it's just showing me that it wants to go lower. So on the daily time frame, it's showing me it wants to go lower. So that means every single time on the lower time frames, it's running higher. For me, that's manipulation. It wants to run just to a PD array to take out, to take buy side. And then on the dollar, if you look at the weekly, taps into this BISI here, taps into the BISI, this CB here, it breaks above, reacts, and this consequent encouragement here, bouncing off that. So it's just showing me that price wants to run higher. There's buy side here, buy side, CB here. So yeah, that sort of just makes me determine my daily bias. Let's just see what price is doing now. Draw from that close of the candle. Doesn't actually get into that there, to be fair. I thought it would, but yeah, bearish order block here. Gets to the tail, gets to the wick of it, but not the close. But yeah, it does get into that bearish order block. But yeah, if price continues lower, then it wants to target people who've been long here. So people who place their stops, they would place their stops here once price takes that high. It's already been taken there as well. The stops here, there, down here, and down here, which is equal lows. So we just have to be patient with what price wants to do here. But if you're looking at let's have a look. High, low, high, high, lower, low. Or you could say high, low, high, high, lower, low. It depends how you say it. Depends how you see it. But high, low, high, high. Let's see if it reacts off this breaker here. Just delete that quickly. It may now want to run and just run back up into this PD array up here, like I was saying, because it's still high to the low, still in a discount. But yeah, hope you guys like the stream. I'll probably stream tomorrow as well. NFP 1:30 PM UK time, 8:30 AM New York time. But yeah, I hope you guys did like the stream. I'll go through more like higher time frame as well, analysis and stuff like that. But let's see if price does react to this breaker here and fair value gap. I'll get the midpoint as well. This consequent encouragement here. If price doesn't close below this, then it shows that it wants to keep going lower, bearish. If we see a closure above that, then potentially it wants to just start reaching a bit higher. But yeah, remember, always only sell in a premium, buy in a discount. And NFP tomorrow, so Thursday today shouldn't be a trading day anyway. But yeah, hope you guys did like the stream. Feel free to like it and subscribe. I'll be live tomorrow, similar time. Yeah, so you guys can join in if you like as well. But yeah, cheers for tuning in. I appreciate it. And yeah, I love chatting with you guys. But yeah, take care. Have a nice rest of the Thursday. And I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.